Ichigo Ichie. One time. One meeting. Mochi Melt's mission is to elevate every intimate moment, ensuring that every connection, every touch, and every shared experience feels extraordinary. Every intimate moment is one of a kind, a memory that lives on even as time moves forward. Mochi Melt is on a mission to redefine how pleasure feels, tastes, and creates joy in our moments. Inspired by the art of Japanese refinement, they've crafted products that elevate intimacy beyond the ordinary. Each of their lubes is infused with the best possible ingredients, designed to awaken your senses and invite you to linger a little longer. Mochi Melt believes that every intimate experience should be a celebration of joy and connection. No awkwardness, no shame, and no compromises. They handpick premium ingredients that taste as good as they feel, creating silky, never sticky formulas that enhance every touch, kiss, and caress. Think of it as a gourmet feast for your senses. They obsess over the details, blending flavors, testing formulas, and perfecting their craft so that every drop of Mochi Melt is pure, edible delight. As a modern intimacy brand, their focus is on crafting intentionally, refining each aspect over time to create a lubricant that you're proud to embrace and share. Use promo code SuburbanSlut for 20% off your total order.
No need to knock, the door's unlocked. Come on in, let's have some fun. We'll make it hot, won't wanna stop. Slide on into Suburban Slut. No need to knock, the door's unlocked. Come on in, let's have some fun. We'll make it hot, won't wanna stop. Slide on into Suburban Slut.
Switch me on and let's switch it up. Hey there, slutties, and welcome to the neighborhood. I am your fantastic host, Sammy Switch, and welcome to the Suburban Slut Podcast, your home for kinkery, sluttery, fuckery, and everything in between. Slide on in and let's get a little cozy, shall we? Welcome back. How's it going? How's everyone been? How was the Turkey Day? How was the football for the football fans that do participate and watch? I mean, I used to be a Bears fan being in the Midwest, but keeping up with everything is just too much work. So yay, go sports teams. That's the extent I got. Coming up on today's show, well, it's one more week of Solo Sammy. I know you guys love the guest. You love the seductive Meredith. You love the good boy Shane and everyone else that comes on the show. And I promise you, I am currently knee-deep in getting some guests and getting some creative talent that I cannot wait to help promote on the show and hopefully help them out because they're amazing. They're awesome. One of the people, I mean, you know, I write a general outline, but I just sit down and record, so I just kind of jump around. It's the ADHD or the ADHDs or the gay DH, ADH, gay DHD. There we go. Leaving that in because it's entertaining. Why not? So, what's upcoming? Oh, so upcoming guest on the show. I'll go ahead and give you a little tease. I'll put a little leg out there and say, how you doing, fella? First up, I have a local performer. They go by the lovely name Arity, and they are going to be phenomenal. They are an amazing human. I have the absolute pleasure of calling them a friend, and I get to share them with you very soon. We will be recording, and so be on the lookout for that interview. And one interview I just came across, we quickly connected, they quickly agreed, and we just hit it off. The ever infamous, hailing from Chicago, Rosbot. I say Rosbit because, not Quagmire. Zoidberg from the Futurama. Listen here, Robot. So I tend to say Robot. It was an accident. Rosbot, local Chicago performer, amazing, very well known in the scene, sick moves like you've never seen in your life. oh my God, just wait. They are going to blow you away. And their juggling is like never. I don't know how. I've watched their videos countless times on the Instagram, and I don't know how they do it. The balance, the juggling, everything is fucking awesome. Can't wait to have them on. I will be sitting down with them tomorrow, getting to know them, going over the interview stuff. So, yeah, that's normally my process when I get guests on the show is I like to have some type of connection. I like to at least meet for a coffee and just like, hey, let's talk. Let's get to know each other. And this way it makes interviewing so much easier. I've done the cold interviews, and luckily for me, the people I've been interviewing cold have been very genuine, have been very warm. But I have had interviews in the past where you don't know each other and you're just starting off cold, and it's hard to have that connection and vibe. So it's very monotone, and it's very easy to get lost in just sounding like a professional, boring interview. Where for me personally, I feel like if you have that connection, it's more of a conversation, and it's much easier to do an interview. Case in point, go back and listen to Slut Madness. Bowie, Meredith, and I have all connected. We've all talked before, and you can really get that feeling of, we're friends. Buddies, comrades, whatever you want to say. And it shows in that game. And especially when, speaking of Slut Madness, we shall be recording Slut Madness Round 2 very soon. Sadly, Bowie will not be able to attend. They are going to fill out a bracket beforehand, and I'm going to use their picks for tiebreakers. Also, sidebar, I know Bowie is going to be on the shelf for a few weeks, so we wish them a speedy recovery. We shall plug them as always, and of course, if there's like a link tree or something to help out Bowie, I'm going to contact them actually now. Let me do that while I'm doing the show, because, juggling, just like Rosbot. There we go. I'm going to see if there's some way we can help them out in their, because they're friends. And Bowie, I do genuinely consider a friend of mine, and they're a very awesome person. And I'm very lucky to have met them through this show. And someday I'm absolutely gonna whop their Clusie ass in some board games or video games. So, challenge accepted. Watch out for that. Let's send Bowie a quick message. I'm gonna use speech to text, okay? This is all staying in the show, because why not? Bowie, is there a link or something I can reference people to that can support you during your recovery process? I would like to share it on the show or the Instagram. It's the least I could do for such an amazing fucking person like you. Insert otter emoji. Yeah. I do the otter emoji because it's one of my favorite animals, so I always do a little otter emoji. All right. Sent. So we'll see. If Bowie responds, I'll go ahead and put it on the air. Well, we're doing it live, son. I know a lot of you guys aren't wrestling fans. That's an old wrestling term. It's just something. I used to work on a wrestling podcast, Ring Rust Radio. They do player ads. Donnie, BG, Mike, they're awesome people. I've never given them a shout out, so I do apologize, because that's where I've gotten a lot of help for this podcast. Donnie helped me with the audio, and fans of the show, such as Daniel Hayden and Easy Bersecchio, have helped me with the audio, with songs, and with graphics. So I would not have had them to help me out if not for Ring Rust Radio. If you are a wrestling fan, go listen and download to the latest episode and tell them Dragon sent you. They used to call me Dragon on there, so you know. What else? So we'll wait for that. We got Ring Rust shout out. I got guest shout outs. Where to find us? Again, trying to get the format of the show down. I'm getting better at it. I hope so. So we're going to do the where to find us first, and then we'll jump into the show. Where to find the Suburban Slut Podcast? Well, let me tell you. First up, of course, Instagram is the hot spot. That's where I do most of the socials, the images, the posts. I share funny memes. I share funny stuff on the story. If you're not following the Suburban Slut Podcast on Instagram, you are missing out. So please go do that. Also on Instagram, there's my link tree. So everywhere you need to find the show, you're going to find it via that link tree. And that's the best way to follow us and stay in contact. Email. You want a question? You want a question? No, I'm not going to send you a question. I said that backwards. If you want to ask me a question, if you have a question you want to ask in general, we have a very deep email coming up on the show that's going to be a real deep dive and probably the meat and potatoes of the show today. Suburban Slut Podcast. I'm getting choked up because I'm so emotional. The emotions are taking over. Okay, pull it together. Ooh, goose fraba. And Sammy's back. Okay. SuburbanSlutPodcast@gmail.com. Send me your questions, comments, play along with our games that I do at the end of the show. Send me your responses, give me feedback, or if you just want to talk, shoot me up. That didn't sound right. I do not do heroin. Do not shoot me up. Please, no consent. Shoot your email to SuburbanSlutPodcast@gmail.com. There we go. Much better. What else? We also, for the podcast itself, this lovely show you're listening to, I know it's weird to tell you where to find it because you're already listening to it, but why not? Fuck it. Your podcast supplier of choice, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, and lately even iHeartRadio. Yes, you can find us on all of those platforms. Follow the show. Please give us a rating. It really helps the show grow and get the community here bigger and better, and gets us ads and, more friends to help the show going. So why not? FetLife, Sammy Switch, if you want to see my personal profile and maybe you think that guy is sexy and he's just the right amount of awkward with just the right amount of kissing skills. FYI, on a recent date, I asked them what you would rate your kissing skills on a 1 to 10. They said probably a 7. What about you? With confidence, I said an 11. And that's on a bad day. I can confirm I am a very good kisser. I put a lot of effort into it. If you haven't kissed me, you should probably try it. You see me and try it. Let's go. Boys, girls, NBs, whatever. Let's put mouth to mouth. Why not? And then you could say, he was an 11 out of 10. He was not kidding. And our newest link, still pushing. Can't wait to talk about this. Let me put my papers down and give you my full attention. Patreon.com. Yes. Suburban Slut Podcast. We are in the adult section, 18 and over only because we talk dirty. And there's some pretty risque pictures over on the Patreon. And I know what you're saying. Patreon, I don't got that kind of money. People charge an arm and a leg. Forget that. No. Fam, friends, partners. The reason I started the Patreon, 100% honest to you, was to help the show. Any funds that come in from there are going to the show, are going to better equipment, are going to pay for tickets to places you want me to review. It's all that stuff. And I'll shoot you straight. I make almost no money off this show, and that's okay. I'm not doing it for the money. I really enjoy talking to you guys. I absolutely love sitting in this tiny closet, which someday I'm going to put a picture. It's going to be on Patreon. It's like 4 by maybe 5 feet. All my clothes are hanging around me to help with the sound. I sit in here for a good 2 hours recording content, and it's the best 2 hours of my week. I'm not going to lie. I really love doing the show for you guys. It's almost therapeutic, and it's a lot of fun. So, I say it all the time, but again, thank you guys for coming and supporting the show. And, I hear from people. They say I'm a good interviewer and that I'm funny, and I'm really bad at taking genuine compliments, and I'm really working on it, but it makes me feel good. And I really do try really hard for you guys. So it's very validating to hear that kind of stuff from fans and people that listen to the show. Not getting choked up. No, that's just a butt plug I'm sitting on really tight this week. Yeah, I'm not getting emotional. Any hoozles. Patreon.com, Suburban Slut Podcast. It is only $5 a month. I made it as low as I could go because, Patreon takes their cut too. And the money that comes in from Patreon, I shit you not, guys, it's going everything right back into the show. I do work full-time. I do have a part-time job. So I want you to really know that anything that comes in for the show goes right back into it to make it better and bigger for you guys. Biggest way to support us there, $5 a month. And what do I get for $5? Okay, so pause. What can you get for $5 nowadays? Let's start there. You can't get a Subway sandwich for $5. Remember $5 footlongs? That's not a thing anymore. The $5 biggie bag at Wendy's, they've changed all the prices on those. I mean, there's really not much you can get for $5 except for a month access to Suburban Slut Podcast. So for $5 a month for Patreon for Suburban Slut, guess what you get? You get all of me. I am all yours. Take me home to show you off to your parents. Take me out for arm candy for a night. Sammy Switch is yours for the taking. Okay, so no, what you get, there is only one tier. I'm not going to do multi-level tiers, any of that jazz. It's $5 flat. You all get the same stuff because that's how it should be. You are VIPs to me. You're very important perverts. I just came up with that. I like it. Might have to use that. All right, so on the Patreon, I do post ad-free episodes. So the entire library of the Suburban Slut Podcast is available ad-free, all to you. Yeah, so you are able to... Listen? That's not a word. I'm trying. You guys are getting such raw Sammy this week, and I think it's good, so it's going to be fun. You get to listen to ad-free episodes. You also get some spicy pictures. Now, hey, slow down. It's not like straight up XXX nudity, but it is exclusive photos just for my little community that comes onto Patreon. Definitely worth checking out if I was so myself. So you get some semi-spicy content. You get ad-free episodes. You get to join the community chat. And that's just a nice, fun group chat on Patreon, where everyone that signs up gets to talk in a group chat directly with me and other slutties. Other slutties, you say? Yes. Currently, big shout out to Rain and to Javon, who are currently signed up and in the community. Thank you for joining, you guys. Can't wait to interact more. And as a bonus, this is where the bonus comes in. For right now, before the end of the contest, if you sign up for 1 month of Patreon, you get 10 ring-a-ding-ding 10 entries into the Sexy Santa giveaway. Yeah, buddy, 10. So for $5 for 1 month of Patreon, for a box that is now coming up soon on the show as I go over the details, worth over $200 retail. 10 entries for $5. Tell me that's not a deal. Dealing and wheeling here on the Suburban Slut Podcast. All right, and to circle back. Again, we're doing this live. This is a very loose episode this week, and it's kind of fun. So, Bowie did respond. So, to support my friend, Bowie Sinclair, during their time of, need and support from the community, what you can do, of course, you can follow them on Instagram, BowieGoneBaddie_. You can find them through my Instagram, or shoot me a message if you have trouble finding them, of course. So as a response from my darling pal, they do not have a GoFundMe or anything, but if you want to Venmo and support them directly, the Venmo is Bowie Gone Batty, BOWIGONEBATTY is their Venmo, or Cash App, Sinclair Bowie, SINCLAIRBOWIE. That is their Cash App, that is their Venmo. Even if you can send a few dollars, anything really does help. And Bowie is such a genuine and awesome person. So let's see if we can help him out. And, 'tis the season and 'tis the holidays, so give what you can. And you know what? I tell you what, people, let's make it worthwhile. Let's help out our friend. I just came up with this right now. If you do send a donation to Bowie, sorry, that's my Tinder. We're going to get to that. If you do send a donation to Bowie, Tinder's blowing up. One more time. If you do send a donation to Bowie, send me a screenshot, either via Instagram or my email, suburbanslutpodcast@gmail.com, of the donation. I don't care the amount. Anything to help out our friend of the show. I am going to give you 10 bonus entries. Yep, fuck it. Just decided it right now. You help out my friend, I'm going to help you out. Any donation to Bowie with proof sent to me directly, you will get 10 bonus entries into the Sexy Santa giveaway. Can't top that, can you? And speaking of top, Bowie. Got to pull this line up because I never want to mess it up. One of my favorite lines ever. Big top energy and a power bottom. That's our human. That's our Bowie. So yes, folks, support them. Send me the proof. 10 entries into the contest. You're in. And Javon and Rain also have 10 bonus entries. Boom, they're in. So let's make it happen. Let's support our folks, and yeah, let's do that. All right, what else? So that's where to find the show. That's where to support the show. Upcoming on the show, I've already talked a little bit about Rosbot. I've talked about Arietti also coming on the show. Of course, Slut Madness Toys coming up soon. I'm sending out the invites to that tonight. We will see who we will get on the show. I know as of right now, of course, it's your boy Sammy. We will have Baddies picks for backup. And Goddess Meredith, of course, will be joining the show. Who else will be joining? We shall see. I don't want to spoil all the surprises. Got to keep you coming back for more, you know what I'm saying? So keep an eye out on that. All right. Speaking of giveaways, speaking of the Sexy Santa box, why not? So I did just make another post about getting entries on the show, of course. And coming up next, so we've gone over right now in the box. What's in the box? Ooh, baby, what's in the box? Let's talk about it. As of right now, you have a honeydew and a mango edible lubricant from the first sponsor of the show, Mochi Melt Lubricant. Silky smooth and delightful in your mouth. Ooh. Make it a tasty night with Mochi Melt. You get 2 Mochi Melt lubes in the box currently. And our second supporter, Uber Lube. Yes, high-quality silicone-based lubricant for a wet and wild time. Right now, in the box from Uber Lube, we have one of their classic glass vials of Uber Lube. We have the to-go Uber Lube dispenser with case with 5, yes, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5 vials of refill. So for the sluts on the go, Uber Lube's got you covered. Now for the newest sponsor of the show, and I'm pausing the show right now. Local supports local. Sarah from Early to Bed. Thank you for such a generous donation to the box. I've been communicating with Sarah. They have donated a extremely generous assortment. I'm trying to think of the word. It's not just one item. It's an assortment of items from Early to Bed, which I was not expecting. I was honestly blown away when I went through the box when I got home. Sarah, thank you so much. Early to Bed in Chicago. They do have a website, Early to Bed. That's EARLY, 2bed.com. They have a fabulous, amazing brick and mortar store. It is worth the drive. If you're not in the city, if you're in the burbs, drive up and support local businesses. 5138 North Clark Street is where you can find them. This store is so awesome. The store is so warm and welcoming. And the staff there, when I went, I'm so sorry I didn't get the person's name working the desk. They were very friendly, very helpful. I'm so sorry I didn't get the name. That's my bad. Sarah, whoever was working Friday night after Thanksgiving, please give them a 5-star review from Sammy. They were so kind and polite. The store has everything your queer heart could desire. They have all the lubricants. They have all the protection. They have stickers. I'm a big fan for stickers. Sarah, if you're listening, I definitely need to come back and buy some more stickers. With 2 of my partners, they do have that delightful, what we call T-Boy Dick. And Early to Bed has a sticker that says, I love sucking T-Boy Dick. I almost died. I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring some of my partners and show them around. I am definitely going to buy a shit ton of stickers. So Sarah, you keep the lookout. Sammy's coming back for stickers at least. I mean, at the very least. So the store. So besides that, they also have books. They have literature. They have harnesses. Yes, a wide selection of harnesses, as well as packing items, if you know what packing is for some of those in the community. They have packers and packing harnesses. They also have creature cocks. They have vibrators. They have legitimate everything you can think of. And my favorite part about this store, gold star, Sarah, this was genius. I wish more stores did this. Almost every item had a sample item so you could feel the texture. You could feel the weight. You could feel the girth. You could feel what the item feels like before you buy it. And it was so awesome because a lot of times you don't get to feel it. You just get to see the box. And it's like, well, we can't open the box. No. Early to Bed has sample items of almost everything. And they have a lot of unique, gorgeously crafted glass items. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to go back there again. You can also check out their website. Like I said, early2bed.com. But I mean, if you're in the area or if you're even within an hour drive, head on down there and support local. That's such a cool store. I'm so glad I reached out and I'm so glad I had the opportunity to work with Sarah on this. So absolutely check out the website, check out the brick and mortar. If you need someone to go with you to go check it out, hit me up. I will absolutely be your date to go check out Early to Bed. Now, what they donated. Okay, guys. So, guys, girls, NBs, trans community, whatever. My slutties. I just like calling you my slutties because it's all encompassing. So, we're going to work on just making that more. My slutties, here's what Sarah and Early to Bed donated to the Sexy Santa giveaway. We have a $25 gift card to them. Yep. Whether you're shopping in person or online, if you win the Sexy Santa giveaway, you have $25 to spend at Early to Bed. Awesome. Sarah, thank you. And that wasn't it. Sarah did not stop there. Sarah's like, fuck this. It's Christmas. We're givers at Early to Bed, and we're giving it to the fans. What else comes with the box? Well, you get a Subtle lube sample, which I've never tried them. So, Subtle, shout out to you guys. I'm going to be reaching out soon. We are a lube-loving podcast, as you can tell. We have also a mint tray from Early to Bed. We have some delightful stickers from Early to Bed. I also bought a tote bag because I wanted to support them. I know it was small stuff, but hey, it helps. Community helps community. I bought some stickers, and I bought an Early to Bed tote bag to donate to the Sexy Santa giveaway. And here we go. You sitting down? You ready? Are you ready? All right. Here's the big two items donated from Early to Bed. They didn't stop. They also donated a Tenga egg stroker for male pleasure. Yeah, you know what that is. If not, go to earlytobed.com and look it up and see what it is. It's a delightful little male pleaser, stroker, whatever you want to call it. It's you're lucky it's going in the box. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Sammy loves you. Daddy loves you. I almost kept this for myself. I was like, would it be wrong? And I was like, yeah, of course it would be wrong. But just so you know, I was extremely tempted to be like, yeah, I need to keep this. So that's how good that item is. If you've never used one, definitely give it a go. And last but not least, the big item. A +1 Rose Arouser. Early to Bed, thank you so fucking much. This and the gift card alone, wow. I am thankful. I am going to support. We're going to shout you out from the heavens, and I'm absolutely bringing people to your store and your website. Thank you so much for this above generous donation. And there's still more to come, guys. This box, I don't know how else to really put it over in the next few weeks. It's over $200 value. And one lucky winner is going to win it. And I can't wait to announce it. I can't wait. I mean, there's still more to come. We're not done. I'm doing my best. So in the next few weeks, we're really going to push this contest and really get some bonus entries. So please support any way you can. Do what you can and get your name in the box. Like I said, I will be checking to make sure all the steps were followed. For the Instagram giveaway, you have to like and follow that person, and unfortunately Early to Bed doesn't have an Instagram. So this week I'm just going to shout them out, their website, their brick and mortar, and, drive people there. Check out the website. even checking it out helps out every small business. And this is definitely a business that supports the community, that aligns with our ideals of sex positivity and a queer embracing family. Check them out, guys. Let's shop small. Let's support the community. That's all I can say. All right, so we got the sexy Santa. We got the new sponsor. And of course, my God, I'm so early to bed. Did not officially welcome you to the neighborhood. Thank you for sponsoring the show. We're so glad to have you. You are officially a member of the family. So welcome to the fam. All right, so you guys want to talk about the show? What's going on this week? Let's jump in. The holidays. Let's cover the holidays, shall we? It was a rough one for your boy, Sammy. Personal life and family, it was a very difficult holiday. And, I knew what to expect. I kind of was preparing for it for weeks. And no matter how much you prepare for something, it was still rough. I kept communication open with my family, and, it was hard. It was hard. And, I definitely don't want to go too deep into the details. I'm sorry. It's just something I'm not ready to at this time. But, as clearly as most of you know, the person behind the persona, it was an emotional holiday, and I'm thankful for the people that were there for me. I'm thankful for the family and the friends that talked to me, that hung out, that, made me feel not alone. So Thanksgiving was fine. I did have a little mania peaked, so this is what I wanted to share. I got bored, and I was doom scrolling apps and, websites. And I can only watch so many cute otters holding hands. Your boy, I love otters. Oh, they melt my heart. Like, it's my favorite animal in the world. Sharks, otters, the colors blue, purple, pink. If you ever want to send your boy something along those lines, hit me up and I will absolutely send you. I don't have a P.O. box. I don't have that kind of money. But if the fans of the show ever want to send anything to the show, send me a message on Instagram or email me, and I'll give you my address. Hey, I'm not going to put it on the show like, hey, got to have those boundaries. Shoot me a message if you ever want to donate anything to the show or send me something. So as the mania was peaking, of course, Tinder was having like a deal. So I got bored. I paid for it. I paid like $8 for a week of Tinder. And all of a sudden, here's all these matches and all this stuff. So during my slight manic moment, started sending messages and connecting with people. And, I just wanted to talk, really. So I connected with someone and we started chatting, and they're going up to college soon in Wisconsin. I don't know if they listen to the show. They might. If you do, you know who you are. So, hey, hi. Good to talk to you. They're 21 and I'm 45. And I know normally we've done the math before with previous guests. It's your age minus half plus 7. So I am not a mathematician. I'm just really good at kissing, and, I focus on my strong points. So let's pull up the old calculator live on the show. Okay, 45 divided by 2 plus 7. My wheelhouse right now is 29 and a half and up. But, sometimes, I don't know, me personally, here's my personal opinion. That's fine. I normally try to stay above 30. I will make exceptions. If I genuinely have a really strong vibe or connection with someone and they're like 25, sure, why not? I'll make an exception to the rule. However, so I talked to the 21-year-old and, we had a great time chatting. I'm not going to lie, it was good. Definitely fell off next day, ghost town, whatever. But for the one moment, I was talking to a 21-year-old, and I was like, all right, cool vibe. They liked raves and all that stuff in Star Wars, and we were connecting. I was like, whatever. We'll dip the toe into the beyond the comfort zone. And, it would have been fine, but of course they ghosted, which is cool. it's a Tinder conversation. Most of these are dead in the water. So paid for Tinder for a week, already canceled it. It's just, I don't know. Shane is the only successful person I've had from Tinder, and I know it is what it is. I can't put my spoons into it anymore. So that was my Tinder experience for the week, the holidays for the week. Let's see what else. Oh, so if you're following me, my newest, man, I love that I get to do this. And this is the setup. So I said, the page is to find me. We are now on TikTok. Yes, Sammy is doing TikToks. And I met with Arietti for coffee at Hex Coffee. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but the address, I tagged them in my socials. Awesome, spooky place for coffee. Great treats. Oh, my God. Cool place to go if you're in the area. We'll give them a shout out and a tag, of course, so you can go check them out. So I went there, I met Arietti, and yeah, we had a lovely conversation. Arietti and I have met a few times at Sluts Party. I had a few conversations on the Instagram chats, and they're an awesome person. Very delightful to talk to. And I know I say that word a lot, but I keep delightful people in my circle. And I'm very glad we're friends. We had an awesome conversation getting to know each other deeper before we do our interview coming up. And they're going to have some stories and a very deep dive into who they are and where they came from and who they are now. And it's an amazing story. So I cannot wait to share that. It will be coming up soon. I'm going to reach out to them later today to get the interview date and schedule. So TikTok, Suburban Slut Podcast, Arietti, Hex Coffee, what a great day. And that was yesterday, Friday. And they introduced me to Clown Cult Chicago, who is very similar to Sluts Party, but they're clown-focused. And so I was looking them up, and I saw one of their main performers, which is Rosbot. And I just said, fuck it. I reached out to them, and I straight up asked them if they wanted to do an interview, and I'm going to get coffee with Rosbot tomorrow so we can get to know them. I've never met them in person or in general. And originally they thought the interview would be tomorrow. And I told them, no, I'm sorry, my bad. Let me clear up the communication. And I told them, I like to get coffee and just meet someone before I interview them because it makes the actual interview so much more comfy. When you're talking to a friend compared to talking to a stranger straight up. It's just a different vibe. And it's a different interview. So that's how I personally like to do my interviews. When I reach out to people for them, I just like to get coffee. Or if distance is a problem, we can always do a Zoom chat just before, build that repertoire, as one would say. So that's what I did yesterday with Arietti. I'm going to get coffee again tomorrow with Rosbot. And I do need to still record with Angel's Dust and Goddess Meredith. So there's a lot of content in the chambers. I just have to get it done, and then I will bring it to you. So stay tuned for that. That was a weird voice crack. I do like to do voices, though. All right, so what do we want to talk about today? Well, a quick personal adventure I'd like to share with you guys. And yes, this is a personal story from me. And it's from my perspective, and please just take it with a grain of salt. This is my personal experience I wanted to share with the community, with the Sutties. So, I am super compassionate. I love watching my partners have fun. I love seeing my partners play with each other. It's a huge thing for me, and it fills me with joy. I know that sounds cheesy, but case in point, when Shane and Meredith play and they send me videos, I'm like, oh, those are my people, and look at them having fun. That's awesome. Fucking love it. Gimme, 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 gimme. And same thing, with any partner that I have. I encourage them, if you're comfortable sharing stuff with me, with other partners, you're more than welcome to. I love to hear the stories. And, especially with one partner, they'll tell me, so how are we going to do this? What I want to discuss today in a more general, broad view is compersion crash. It's a new term I'm making up. It's going to be the title of this episode. Let me explain it a little more. Because this is the thing. Originally, when you start talking about the topic, I don't want people to get upset or, It's not what you think it is, and that's why I need to explain it first. So let's just jump into it. I am experiencing compersion crash hard. And that's a feeling I am having personally. And it's something that I need to handle personally. So what it is for me is I don't have a primary partner. So I'm going to start there. I have multiple partners, yes. I have a community that I play with, but I don't have a permanent right now at the moment. I don't have a primary. I don't do hierarchies. I don't have like my go-to as one would say, with a primary partner, you have that emotional, you have the feels are involved. Where mostly with partners, you try to keep those separate, which is fine. That's how the lifestyle community goes. You try to keep the feelings out because sometimes it can murk the water. And, in the lifestyle, you don't play favorites. You try your best not to. You try to keep everyone level and equal. And that's just a safe bet. But, it happens when eventually you have stronger feelings or more time with someone. And what happens, so with compersion crash right now, what I'm experiencing is I'm experiencing a lot of compersion because my partners are having like really intense, fulfilling, I don't want to say relationships, but they have partners that they're really excited about. They're on the pink cloud about. It's like, oh my God, this person's so amazing. Oh my God, they're so fucking cool. Let me tell you about this and that. And that's great. That's awesome. I love that for them. I really do. This is where I don't want to get it twisted. But me without a primary partner, I'm having compersion crash because the past few weeks have been a little rough. It's been a little bit of a dry spell, and that's fine. And it's due to my circumstances. It's due to my situation and my time schedule. And yes, I'm pointing to myself as I'm saying this because I want to make it clear that this is something I have to deal with. It's my own personal issue. So the compersion crash it's almost like FOMO. I think that's going to be the best way to put it for the show. I have 3 of my partners right now have amazing people that they're having an amazing time with. And that's awesome. I love it for them. And it hit me that I don't have that for myself. And of course, with the holidays, it was just bad timing. I got into my feels about it because I don't have that person for me. And it's, for me, it personally sucks. And I do still want that. I want to have my partners, and I also want to have a primary to where it's like, hey, we can have these feelings and get mushy and, do the cute shit. I'm really big on cute shit. You know this. And I have to tone it down because it's just who I am naturally. I can't help it. It's just who I am. I love, like from first dates, I'll always keep like a cute little memento or souvenir. And, that's how I roll. I'm big on cute stuff like that. Mementos, trinkets, stuff. And I don't know. It's rough, Sutties. Like, I think it comes down to, like, I miss love. I know, the L word. Ugh. Shoot me. But I do. I miss, cuddling up and watching a movie and just holding that person. And it's going to sound so gay. And this is coming from someone that's very gay and very queer. But I miss just holding someone and being thankful that we have that time. That, it's called quality time or whatever you want to call it, but just being together and being content with that. I miss that. And it's hard to fill that because I did have one person I was talking to recently. And of course, being in the community and the lifestyle, I tell people straight up, I am not looking for monogamy. Monogamy is not going to work for me. I've had the thoughts about it since jumping back in, after the summer with everything and taking a break. It's just not for me. I know it's an out-of-date idea itself, monogamy, and some people make it work, and that's awesome if you do. Please understand, I'm not yucking monogamy. We do not yuck yums here on this show. I may have questions, but I don't yuck. And certain people can fill certain roles, and that's what's great about the community. Sexually, I'm very happy. I get personal pleasure from partners that, honestly, it's almost unfair in 2025 to have one person fulfill everything sexually, emotionally. It's so hard. It's so difficult. I know I'm going kind of on a tangent here, but so the compersion crash is I'm missing having that person for me. I'm super happy for my partners that they have found that. And I just want it for myself, and it's hard to find. So that's where the crash comes from, is I'm so compersionate, but I want that for me, and I'm trying to find that for me, and it's difficult with my personal setup. So I hope that made sense. And just again, one more sticker warning to add on the back of this. I am very compersionate. I love hearing stories from my partners. I love seeing videos of my partners enjoying themselves. I didn't want to get that twisted. It's not like, I'm not compersionate anymore. It's just some kind of crash because I want it for myself. So I hope that makes sense. If you have questions or comments on that topic, shoot me an email, suburbanslutpodcast@gmail.com. I'd love to discuss it further. And I'll keep you posted on my own personal journey of compersion crash and let you know how it goes. So the meat and potatoes of this show, well, that was pretty much it. I didn't know it was going to go that long. We're almost at 50 minutes, Sutties. Trying to record a semi-successful podcast here, and everyone's trying to talk to me. Oh my God, I can't find the email. It was an email from a fan. Jeez, it has to be in my Gmail. Hold on. Glasses are coming off. We're getting real here, kids. Ow! Fuck! Okay, podcast interview request. That's Rain. Emoji sticker on brand. Sup Madness. Customer service. It's not on my Yahoo, is it? Oh my God, I can't find it. Well, shit. Alright, I have the email. Thank you for holding. Alright, so I did get this email. This is from Greg in apartment B. Well, he gave himself a name. He took an apartment. Okay, Greg from apartment B. I need some guidance. Hey there, Sammy. I've been listening to the podcast for a while now, and I've got to say the mix of honesty, humor, and total unfiltered energy has gotten me through some rough days. You make conversations about sex identity and being your unapologetic self feel normal, which is something I don't get a lot of in my everyday life. So here's why I'm writing. I'm struggling with coming out of the closet. I've known who I am for a long time, but I've always found a way to push it down, laugh it off, or convince myself not yet. I'm at a point where hiding is exhausting, but the idea of actually saying the words out loud feels impossible. I don't know how to start, I don't know what to expect, and honestly, I'm scared of losing people I love. You talk a lot about consent, authenticity, and choosing yourself, and that's what made me finally send this. I guess I just need some guidance, or maybe even just to hear that fear is normal and that I'm not the only one who's taken forever to figure this out. If you're willing, I'd love your advice. How do I even begin the conversation? What helped you? And how do you tell the truth without feeling like you're detonating your whole life? Thanks for being the kind of podcast that makes me feel less alone. A very nervous, hopefully braver soon fan, Greg from apartment B. First off, Greg, the apartments aren't letters. They're numbers and letters. So let's make you Greg from apartment 2B. Huh? 2B? 2B? I like it. So Greg from apartment 2B. Advice on how to come out and what helped me. My personal coming out story. And this is what I can give in response and then tag on my little bit of advice for what it's worth. My wife had known I was bisexual, pansexual, whatever. I loved transhumans, females, males, whatever. So we're just identified as bisexual is easier. And she was very well aware I was bisexual without me even saying anything. So that was impressive. And, my queer story is for another episode because it's a long story. But I'm going to cue that up and get that episode out soon. My coming out story was I was very active in the lifestyle. People in the lifestyle knew I liked men, I played with men, whatever. And I was almost jealous of people that were out and living their best lives. And I was always so sheltered and scared. Because, yeah, I mean, I legit thought people weren't going to think the same of me. I thought people weren't going to like me. I thought people were going to change their opinions on me just because they knew my true orientation. And I struggled with that for years. And, being queer, it's kind of harder. I feel like some people might have had an idea because I've always been very queer and fun and delightful, and I can't turn that off. That's just who I am. One year, my best friend in the entire universe, he passed away suddenly. And we grew up together since we were babies. Our moms were besties and we were just babies, and us babies grew up together. Both loved horror movies, both loved everything the same. We look alike, the whole, I know it's a throwback song. They look alike, they talk alike, they act alike, do. I don't know the actual song and probably butchered it. But we were like the same person. And we kept in touch for many, many years. They lived in Michigan, I lived in Illinois. They eventually moved back. They moved in with me and my mom and my brother and got to see him every day. When my mom moved to California, it was me, my best friend, and my brother. And Jason and I were brothers. We grew up together. We loved the same things. We acted the same. He was very, very queer, very outgoing, darling. Simply, you could tell. Oh, it was so funny. And with Jay, he just was always, he never confirmed it. But you could tell that he was fabulous and loved Barbra Streisand and all those things, darling. Come on now. And he was very out and about it and just living his best life. And I never came out to him. And I feel like he never knew. I was very good with close people about, hiding who I was. I mean, most people are. You don't want to tell your mom, your family, your best friends, that I'm gay or I'm queer or whatever non-society normal identity or gender you go with. It's not easy. And I'm a child of the 80s. So in the 90s, my God, you did not come out as gay. I remember vividly many bullies at Geneva High School running rampant on people that they thought were gay. And oh my God, it was a fucking nightmare. Whew, talk about a deep dive. So anyways, my friend Jay died. And he died of a heart attack shoveling snow. Sudden, out of nowhere. I mean, the past few years we kind of grew apart, but we were always there for each other. And I was mad. I legitimately was mad that I never came out to him. And I never had the chance. Since he passed away before I could. Jay's birthday is June 1st. Pride Month starts June 1st. I talked to my wife at the time, and I told them, I'm like, hey, I want to come out. And this was the first birthday after Jay died. So I told my wife, I was like, I want to do it for Jay. I mean, I want to do it for myself, obviously. But I didn't get to tell Jay this, and I won't ever get to tell him that. And I had a hard time dealing with that. Because honestly, I honestly think if I would have came out earlier, I feel like Jay and I could have been even better friends somehow. I feel like we could have gone and done all the silly queer shit together. And not in a sexual way, but like gay best friends. And we could have supported each other, and we could have gone to drag brunch or Boys Town or Roscoe's or Beaten, all that stuff. So, and before I did, of course, so the wife, bless her heart, she gave me her blessing. She's like, hey, I support that if you want to do that. She thought it was a really good idea. And she was a really, really strong support for me to feel strong enough to come out. She knows this. She's very well aware. And, fuck, I didn't think it was going to get this emotional at 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, but let's finish her up. So I texted my mom. I'm not a big phone call I used to not be a big phone call person. Now I'm dying to talk to people on the phone. But I texted my mom, and my mom, as I've mentioned on the show before, is a goddamn angel. She loves everybody. She's an amazing human being. My kindness comes from my mother, absolutely. So I texted my mom, and I'm just like, hey, I'm pansexual. It means I like everybody. Boys, girls, trans, non-binary. If I vibe with them, I vibe with them and I like it. And my mom, bless her heart, she said, okay, just as long as you're a good person. That's all I care about. And that's something I have stolen from her. I have told my daughter that. She has questioned her identity. And I tell her all the time, sorry, I'm not going to say my daughter's name, so, but I would always say, like, hey, kiddo, love who you want to love. Be who you want to be. All I ask is that you're a good person in this world. That's all I want. As long as you're not hateful or mean, I will always accept you. I will always love you. Like, never in question. So yeah, my mom said that to me, and I'm like, all right. Thank you. Love you. Talk to you later. So to the Facebook, because, I wasn't going to, text everyone and come out to them. That's silliness. I don't have the time for that or the spoons. So I found this hilarious meme. Shared it on Facebook and officially came out. You know me, I'm one to use humor. It's how I deal with life. In 2025, if you're not using humor to deal with life, tell me your secrets. I want to know them. And yeah, that's how I came out. And a lot of positive feedback, a lot of support, love, obviously. I didn't lose anyone, so I think that was good. I know some people have vastly different coming out stories, and everyone's journey and story is very different. I was very fortunate to have supportive people and accepting people in my life when I chose to come out. And I could not have done it without them. So, Greg, to be fair, my personal journey and my personal tale, I'm not sure your circle right now, your people, your circle, your whatever you would like to call it. I like to call it my circle. Normally I would start there. And, you communicate how you're comfortable communicating. Whether it's over coffee, whether it's over drinks, text message, video message. It's your decision to come out to someone, and it's your comfort level. So however it feels okay for you, that's the way I encourage you to come out as a friend. Right now I'm talking to you like we're besties, like you're my J. I'm just giving you my 2 cents. And again, I don't know the parents' background or your family's background. I hope and pray, I know thoughts and prayers, but fuck off. This is legit. I really do. I hope and pray that your family is accepting and that it's an easier discussion than you think it'll be. I would suggest that you have a best friend or someone to fall back on in case telling someone does go south or does go wrong. You can hope for the best, but you do need a contingency plan just in case. And I would hate for you to come out to someone and be in a vulnerable spot and not have support. That would be my first step, is find your person. Find someone you're very comfortable with and find someone that you feel confident that, like, hey, I'm about to do this thing. And it just means a lot if you are there for me, if I need help, or if I need someone to talk to. You just want that backup. Yeah, start with your bestie. Normally besties wouldn't, I know in today's space it's a lot safer to come out to a friend. Most of the time they will be very accepting, depending on the friend, of course. So I would say start with the friend, use that friend or have a backup to when you start going to your personal family and stuff. I don't know, this is the hard part when it comes out to publicly coming out. Especially if it's important to you, then I absolutely encourage and support you to do it. I lived in the shadows for years, and fuck, I know, for me personally, it was at least 20 years. I mean, my first male experience was, and this will be in another episode, but I definitely slept with an older man and I was 16. And AOL chat rooms, and we will circle back to that. So it was easily over 20 years I was in the closet. So if it's important to you to live your authentic self, to feel that weight lifted off your shoulders, I support you in coming out, my friend. I really do. And that goes to anybody. And you honestly need to put on your brave shoes, lace them up tight, and just open the door and step out. I think that's the best advice I can give personally. And hey, if questions, comments, or quandaries, Greg from 2B, email me back. I'm more than happy to talk, to give you support, and do what I can as a friend. I consider us friends now, officially, my friend, so you're kind of stuck with me, sorry. That's my coming out story, and I hope it gave you some courage. And I hope it gave you some courage, and I wish you well on your journey, and I hope it's a good experience. Yeah, I know this is a hard topic. I'm just giving my 2 cents, my personal input and my personal tale, because that's what I'm here to do, guys. Guys and gals and slutties, this is just my advice. And some people may agree with it, some people may disagree with it. That's fine. That's why it's just advice. You live your best life the way you seem fit. So, okay. I miss you, Jay. I really do. You would have been a fucking... Oh my God, if Jay was still around, he would absolutely be the co-host on the show, and we'd be fucking millionaires. I mean, you guys think I'm funny. Slutties, I learned from Jay how to be funny. And a great side note into personal struggles with coming out and just overall mental health. This is a story I hold so close to my fucking heart. Jay would always tell me, and I know it's from a movie, so just let me finish. So one day a man goes into his therapist, and he goes, "Doctor, I'm so sad. I don't have any joy in my life, and just every day I'm depressed, and I just don't want to go on. What should I do?" The doctor thought, and then replied, "My friend, I have a great idea for you. The clown, the great Pagliacci, is in town. Why don't you get tickets to go see his show? He is one of the funniest clowns on earth. I'm sure he could make you laugh and brighten your day." The man started crying. He looked up at the therapist and said, "But doctor, I am Pagliacci." And I still say that statement still to this day. And I know this is going on a off tangent, but I'm in my feels right now, so let's process. I live by that movie line. I do. A lot of times people disassociate their personal pain with a character. And this year has honestly been like the worst year of my life. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to find happiness or pleasure in things for a long time. And that's when I came back to the show. Embracing the character Sammy Switch, it's so freeing. And I'm able to be me. I'm able to be queer. I'm able to put myself out there and not care what anyone thinks. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't come back to the show and really embraced my character and really put myself out there nowadays. So yeah, we're talking about coming out. We're talking about personal struggle, the pain, everything. And now it's just all, this is full circle. It's horrible that in this day and age, people still have to live in the closet. They still have to hide who they are when they are beautiful. They are perfect as they are. They shouldn't have to be ashamed or scared. And that's the worst part about this journey is think about how many people aren't living their lives being their authentic self and how hard that is. Being afraid that people won't accept you, or being afraid that you're not going to be cool enough, or, there's just so many things that we worry about instead of just saying, fuck it, this is me. And I'm fucking awesome. I know, way easier said than done, but that's what being Sammy and being me is. I'm okay to be out. I'm okay to be silly and gay and queer. It's so fucking freeing. It really is. I hope more people, I know it's hard. Fuck, I am rambling. I did not think, For me, not coming out sooner, not embracing who I am and living behind a character for so many years, I think of all the friendships I could have had, all the connections I could have made. And, it sucks. It is what it is. I'm glad I came out when I did. That's why I encourage people, find your help, find your resources. Don't be afraid to be who you are. You'll lose some people. It happens. You might not, though. But I lost people. Now, currently, I've lost friends. Friends I had for a long time. And I lost them. I've gained some new friends. Just being me. And just being who I am. I've made some great friends this year. Coming out is hard. It shouldn't be this hard for people. And that's why this is a topic. It's so sensitive. It can go so many different ways. Case in point, the past 20 minutes, holy shit. We went from coming out to my best friend, to losing friends, to gaining friends, to everything. I don't think I've ever been this raw and real with anyone. And you guys are the first. I don't expect to lose any friends over this, though. What I hope and expect is that this gives people courage. This motivates people. I'm an old man, you know this. I'm 45. Try not to put it off if you can. Sorry for taking over, coming out with my own personal shit. Yeah, I think this was good. And I'm going to leave this in. Be you, and be proud of who you are, because I'm sure as fuck proud of who you are. And I hope that means something. So, to close out this episode of the Suburban Slut Podcast, be you. Be authentically you. Be shamelessly you. You're fucking beautiful. You're amazing. And don't hesitate to reach out to friends. Don't hesitate to look for resources about coming out. There's definitely other books. There's other people. This is just my 2 cents. And, yeah. Be you. On that note, our night comes to an end, my slutties. Thank you for sliding on in this week. Thank you for listening, and thanks for helping me tonight. this was the most weirdest way to get some therapy in with helping out others, and I feel good. And it's because of you. Thank you for stopping by this week. Stay safe. Stay slutty.
Ichigo Ichie. One time. One meeting. Mochi Melt's mission is to elevate every intimate moment, ensuring that every connection, every touch, and every shared experience feels extraordinary. Every intimate moment is one of a kind, a memory that lives on even as time moves forward. Mochi Melt is on a mission to redefine how pleasure feels, tastes, and creates joy in our moments. Inspired by the art of Japanese refinement, they've crafted products that elevate intimacy beyond the ordinary. Each of their lubes is infused with the best possible ingredients, designed to awaken your senses and invite you to linger a little longer. Mochi Melt believes that every intimate experience should be a celebration of joy and connection. No awkwardness, no shame, and no compromises. They handpick premium ingredients that taste as good as they feel, creating silky, never sticky formulas that enhance every touch, kiss, and caress. Think of it as a gourmet feast for your senses. They obsess over the details, blending flavors, testing formulas, and perfecting their craft so that every drop of Mochi Melt is pure, edible delight. As a modern intimacy brand, their focus is on crafting intentionally, refining each aspect over time to create a lubricant that you're proud to embrace and share. Use promo code SuburbanSlut for 20% off your total order.
No need to knock, the door's unlocked. Come on in, let's have some fun. We'll make it hot, won't wanna stop. Slide on into Suburban Slut. No need to knock, the door's unlocked. Come on in, let's have some